Lifestyle Podcast.
The business behind the headlines.
Hi everybody. Today we have the pleasure of having Ricardo Bocio joining us. Hi Ricardo. Good to see you.
Lloyd. Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Ricardo.
you. Great seeing you guys.
So Ricardo is a developer. He's very busy. So we're going to take as little possible of his time as possible because he's working for his investors, but he develops single family homes and other small condo projects or multifamily projects here in Miami. So we'd love to hear about all of his story. So let's get started. Ricardo, tell us a bit about your story, how you started in real estate development, and what's your backstory and how did you make it to real estate development?
And how did you come to Miami?
Well, that's a lot of story to tell. Well, first of all, I remember the first time ever I wanted to get into real estate. It was actually when September 11 happened.
Well,
2001, I was going to
Exactly
class.
this day?
Well, I don't know if exactly
period.
that day, but I remember going to class, finance class, and I saw a real estate master's degree in something, and then that caught my attention. So ever since then, I've been wanting to get into real estate. My family used to invest a lot in real estate back at home. We were able to retire off of industrial and commercial real estate. So I don't know, it always caught my attention. It wasn't until back in 2014 when I came back to Miami, and I took one of these mentorship programs to be able to do things well. You know,
Right.
I believe greatly into leverage on others people's money and others people's mistake as well, of course. So we started doing fix and flips,
Oh.
and then along the way, I joined a partner, who is the current partner of the real estate development company. Back in 2017 or so, we joined forces. We started doing fix and flips. He started on his own doing developments, which is what I wanted to get into it.
right.
And it wasn't back until 2022 that we just stopped doing the fix and flips, and we just focus only in new developments.
Okay.
So why? Why did you stop fix and flip? Do you think that there's no more market for it, or the margins are lower, or?
Well, a lot of things. One, It was always, for me, especially, it was a short-term thing. It was more like a learning curve to jump into the development. Secondly, it's a very different market. The numbers are very tight. Not that they're not in development. However, the main difference would be because in developments, you can calculate pretty much everything. I mean, you have more accuracy in your calculations, right? So the mistakes you make are different versus fix and flips that the numbers are already tight, and every time you didn't factor in any repairs, and as soon as you break a wall to change a light bulb, things show and happen. So
There's more uncertainty.
yes, so we did back then. At the moment, very few deals went bad, but those few deals that went bad big time.
Of course.
Versus the new developments, all of them, we were making money. So
Then you understood.
I mean, some of them you make more money than others, but it was a different learning curve.
Yeah.
And it's what we always like. So I joined forces with my partner back then, and since 2022, we have been fully focused strictly on new development, residential new developments.
Right.
We have been doing single families and townhomes in high-end areas, because to define high-end in Miami, it's like a very wide range.
Widespread, yeah.
I would say we are at the very bottom of the high-end,
All right.
which is, the townhomes sell for around 900 square foot, and the single-family home starts at 1,500.
Oh yeah. So that's.
That's more or less
Yes.
the range we are in. We've done mainly in Coconut Grove. We've done Eastern Shores, which is a neighborhood in North Miami Beach, right before Sunny Isles.
Yeah.
You can say it's part of it. And now we have our most recent and first condominium project.
Wow.
It's
Congrats.
a 14.
Congrats.
Thank you. We're
Beautiful.
very excited. And
I
motivated
really like
about
the
it.
shape. I mean, here's the balconies and everything is
Well,
very well designed.
These were preliminary renderings we put together for, you have to go through a land use attorney to get the HOA approval first. That's like very first step and the most important ones, because the city will approve whatever the HOA does approve. So anyways, it's gonna look much better than this. honestly.
It's already
better?
looking very
It already looks
good.
good.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we didn't want to present something that we wanted to show an improvement versus a downgrade. Like if we showed them something too nice,
Right.
we
You're
didn't
right.
Something
want to cut their
unrealistic.
attention too much.
Exactly.
So anyways, here, this is the front. Well,
Yeah.
not really, it's the back, but it's the front street.
Right.
And that's in one of the aisles. One of the only two aisles on Las Olas Boulevard that you can build condos.
Okay.
So, and this is the the canal
Canal.
Yeah.
side. The building will have 12 boat slips.
Wow, 12.
Yes.
And you don't have so many apartments, so almost one per apartment, no?
Almost. There are going to be only 2 apartments without a boat. So we're creating this sales
Urgency,
strategy to be
kinda.
able to
Exactly.
you know.
Secure boat slip, of course.
Yeah, as long as we get to
Be fast to get a boat seat, yeah.
Don't miss
Yeah.
out.
Well, that all depends how your sales strategy goes for the pre-development sales,
Yeah.
which is a requirement for the bank to get your construction loan.
As soon as it's a condo, because I mean 14 units is not the huge condo, but they still require pre-sales. The bank.
Yes,
That's-
they do if you finance the construction with
course.
a bank.
And you need to reach 60% or 50?
It varies. It changes from lender to lender and from project to project. On this one, I believe we are at about 4 to 5 units we need to sell out of the 14.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
the
It's
third.
like 40% or so.
And did you start already selling?
No. We have been interviewing a lot of brokers because the pre-development sales is only as good as your sales team.
Great.
Same for the marketing strategy. So you got to put together the right marketing strategy with the right professionals and have the right team, because you don't do anything generating great leads if you don't have a closing team that it's
Yeah, great.
proven fact successful enough to do so.
Let's talk about it after
We have a great closer here.
the podcast. You can ask his feedback and everything, but let's talk about it.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
That's
We
our
are the
first.
one selling his house, so you can
Oh,
definitely
you're
do
the
it.
broker selling it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can definitely do it.
Yeah, one of his houses is like half of the building.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Our
very
sellout,
expensive.
it's about 53 million, more or less.
Yeah, so just about
So, yeah,
half.
half.
Just about
exactly
half of your
half.
houses.
Yeah,
It's amazing, but we'll get there.
of course. I mean,
Yes.
We'll get there.
It's funny
That's a
enough,
That's a dreamy project.
Yeah, it's an
I love
amazing
it.
project.
funny enough, single family is still our bread and butter.
Yeah,
And not that we're not prepared, but we rather put our eggs in different baskets more than, versus
Yeah,
just trying
great.
one. But we have been getting deals in that price range.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For-
vacant lots, waterfront for 8-10 million, for
Yeah,
example.
that's what they're going for right now.
Yeah. But some of them seem to be worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah, the Morningside, Morningside?
Yes.
They sell for 24 million, 24 million, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I think to us, I mean, we are like specialized in waterfront. Pierre and myself, Pierre in more the sales side, brokerage side, and investment side, and me in more in the construction and development. So we really believe that the waterfront is the place to be, and it's like the safest value. Because when there is a market crash or a market fluctuation, the non-waterfronts are the ones that suffer first. The waterfront usually suffer last because it's the most high net worth individuals.
The most exclusive.
And the most exclusive and like low inventory type of asset. So it's the one that is more stable. It takes appreciation well, and it doesn't take that much downturn when the downturn does hit, especially for a city or a place like Miami and Southeast Florida.
It's a very strong investor.
That definitely makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been knowing Miami since 2002, and something they don't make more of it's waterfront properties. And there's been a wealth migration in Miami
Exactly, and they
the
need
last few years. I mean, it
You
makes
come
sense.
to Miami, you want to be where do you want to be? You want to be on the water.
Those people, they want water. That's it. And it's very limited in inventory, so it makes a lot of sense. How did you find? How did you find this lot? Or were you able to find something? Because I guess the water frontage, how much is it? 150?
We have 200 feet of water
200?
frontage.
Wow, which is a lot.
It is a lot. It is actually currently it's 4 separate lots.
Okay.
So the first 2, which is have like 100 linear feet, there were 2 Airbnbs by the same seller. It was for sale. And my partner actually was the one that found it, and we started negotiating until we got it to the right price. Simultaneously, because in order to economies of scale, pretty much. If you go bigger, not always, but in this case, it made more sense to go bigger and maximize the
To compound the
minimize the risk and maximize the profits, right? So I started simultaneously talking to the neighbor.
Right.
He wasn't selling, but we knew the broker. He knows everybody. The same broker that sold that one to us,
Right.
and we were negotiating. It took us 6 more months to buy the other one. And throughout the project, when we started doing the pre-development project of it, we realized it would make sense to buy the next door and
To do more.
Yeah, because initially you can do only 6 units on 100 feet.
And you can do 14 on a double. So
And
that's
since
2 more
you're-
units that you're basically getting extra margin on.
Well, not only that, but one of the problems we were facing over here that we're still dealing with the HOA is the setbacks. They wanted wider setbacks to the sides. So that means less buildable square foot. So it's also going to affect the project tremendously.
You only need 2 setbacks instead of kind of 4 in this project, right? So it makes sense. Yeah, that's very nice. I mean,
so we this particular project, and we're talking about it. There are the first 2 stories, which is second and third floor.
Right.
You have 4 units, right? You have 1, 2, and then the other 6 units. And then on the top 2,
Those are duplex, no?
yes, those corner units
Wow.
are duplex penthouses.
Very impressive. Yeah.
So you got penthouse north and penthouse south, right? This is facing
With
the
a
east, by
nice
the
view,
way.
I guess, right?
Oh yes. Also because that's the highest height.
Yeah. And you told us that it was only on this island and another that it was allowed to build a condo. So I guess you are on top of all the houses, no?
That's the highest height. I believe 55 feet.
That's a
high.
very good selling point as well.
and what size of boat can you put there? Do you know?
Yes, we do. So by code,
Yeah.
you can go 1/3 of the
Water frontage.
measurement of the canal
Oh, the canal.
wideness. Yeah, and 1/3 would equivalent to 50 feet.
50 feet.
So there is actually, honestly, there is more than 150. I believe it's 153 feet canal wide. So we get about 1/3 of that. It's going to be around 50, but then you got to take out whatever seawall and the dock
And
edge.
the dock, yeah,
So we are
45 or
45.
40.
Yeah, no, we're going to do 45 on the condo docks at least.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, 45
Good
is
size,
a
no?
big boat, big day
big
boat,
enough.
and you have beautiful. And if you're a boat guy but you cannot afford a big single family home on the water,
It's a
this
good
is
solution.
like a perfect solution. So I think that's great to
Exactly.
do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
So how do you pick your neighborhood? Like this deal came to you because you were doing calls, or do you
Well-
look at specific neighborhoods? How do you do that?
Networking does a lot of the work. And I say that because it truly does. You can find money, you can find deals.
Can find a podcast.
There you go. Exactly. Right? So here in this particular aisle and area, I had a close friend from home. They are fully focused on Airbnb. So they buy properties
And they
for
rent out through
themselves.
Airbnb.
Correct. So they have one on the aisle.
Right.
And then we came across
They had
this
one lot.
neighborhood because they had one. So their focus to buy or their criteria to buy is an Airbnb property in nice areas of Fort Lauderdale, which is Victoria Park and Azolas,
Yeah.
that can be developed afterwards.
Right.
So they have this property on the water. This one is facing the east, the ocean. His is facing the west,
Yeah.
the city.
Sunset or yeah.
Correct. Well, you have here both actually, because
Oh yeah,
every
because
apartment
it's
you
your
go.
face. Yeah.
Correct.
That's amazing.
So, anyways, he took us there. I would say we bought this in November 2024. Must have been 2022. He took us to his job. To his he has 7 units condominium there, and he wanted to develop. We were going to partner up, but we never got to an agreement. So he took us there, and ever since then is when we, wanted to do something on the isles,
Yeah.
water frontage.
Because before you were more like in the Miami area, because of course, I mean, to me, the Miami market and the Fort Lauderdale market are kind of different markets, and they don't go necessarily together. Of course, Fort Lauderdale is growing a lot too, and but it's just for me, it's different. Like, how do you make sure that you understand, or do you know both markets at the same time? Because you're here, we're here in Miami, we're here on the river, amazing, but of course, I'm sure it's different in Fort Lauderdale. So for you, how do you decide that?
I can tell you this: it's not like you learn a market and then you do. You learn the market as you do.
Right.
So we were focused in Miami. Of course, we were
Yeah.
more aware of Miami buyers.
Yeah.
but we were not over here. I mean, over here in Broward, we do some developments, but on the low end for our rental portfolio, because we also
You're building a rental portfolio?
yes, we build from single families up to fourplex so far.
Nice.
In both actually, Miami and Broward. So we didn't have any experience, any resale experience in new developments in the high end in Fort
I mean, you
Lauderdale.
have to
This is
start
our
somewhere.
first.
Yeah.
So this is our first.
I'm sure it's going to be a great success.
Yeah, it,
I mean, you
definitely
can-
it will be.
I mean, the market plays a big part of it.
With a good selling team.
Well, yeah. I mean, with a good team in general,
Of course.
because you need a great architect, you need a great contractor.
And you need a great product. I mean, it seems like you have something
Exactly.
beautiful with
Everything
double
must
high
be aligned.
ceilings.
Oh, look, I see many condos, especially this one looks like a one in Bay Harbor, you know?
Yes,
Now more or less the
it
same
does.
same shape. Maybe they can go a bit higher, but I believe like the maximum is like around 8 or 9 floors, so it's very similar and it's kind of the same style, and I'm sure they are selling for much more. So like for this style, and you get a more affordable price, so it will be a success for sure.
Well, but it's also, I mean, for Lauderdale, to my knowledge and experience, I think they're more North American buyers,
Right.
Yeah,
okay, less
you're right.
international.
You're right.
More people that come, the voters. You know,
Yeah.
Las Olas is the capital,
That's amazing for a book.
voting capital of the United States.
Yeah.
You know, so that's for a voter. You know, or somebody who wants to be in the
Exactly.
water, and it's more Northerners than anything.
Yeah.
Miami, the way I see it differently with all these branded developments, there
more
are
international.
some boutique residential, but it's still more international buyers.
Absolutely.
You know, so I mean, I don't know how we do. There is a lot of competition. Don't get me wrong. They're developing 1, 2, 3 more
3 more in the area.
in the same aisle.
How big is the? I mean,
Not too big. I wouldn't say. I would say at least. Shoot, I don't know how long will it be, but
like how far from this property would be the like a competitor?
from the moment you're coming from Las Olas, from the moment you turn into the aisle, maybe it's just 1 minute drive without stop to the end. Maybe, I don't know,
Okay.
Right. Okay.
mile, maybe 1 mile
Okay.
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, it's not that big, but there's also definitely old projects and houses, and I'm sure
Yes.
there's demand for different types of things.
There are projects. There
Yeah.
is also a few townhomes going up and already sold, new.
That's good. That's a good.
So
good
it's
sign.
it's good. Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
transition definitely, but it's on the water. You're on Las Olas. You know, you're right in the middle between Las Olas Boulevard commercial area and the beach, the ocean. So
Yeah, I mean that's
couldn't
like
pick a-
prime location, right? Even if there is 3 condos, they can fill up. I mean, here people are trying to sell condos that are 850 units. So if you're doing there's 3 condos of 14 units, it's like I don't, it probably won't saturate as fast, right?
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you hit it right on the spot. It's not the same selling 800
Yeah.
it's that 14.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know? But anyways, we are very respectful with the market, not because it's a small project. It's,
Of course.
it's the biggest we've ever done. It can make you or break you. So you know, we're being very cautious and respectfully. I think we're doing things great, but we have a long way to go.
Now it's gonna be
know,
a success.
We're still going through permitting. We actually have the board meeting next week,
Okay.
which verbally we have an approval, but we never know until it happens, and it happens on paper.
Yeah, understand.
Paper, yeah.
But after that, then I believe it's like a couple more months or 3 months that the city will approve you.
Yeah.
So after that, you know, you start your pre-development sales, and
And how did you find investors for this project? Did you have like you already had a pool of investors that came to help in, or did you scout out at the time of purchasing the land, or how did you try to do that?
that's more on the new developments. That's something that my partner manages the most.
Okay.
Most of our investors are foreign nationals.
Right.
Most of them, and they have some of them have been working with us since, I don't know, 10, 12 years.
Okay.
Nice.
Since the fix and flip, even before
So you
we-
keep the
Since the
same
beginning.
investors.
Well, not always.
usually reinvest?
Sometimes I remember the market was doing better, and some of them pulled out to put it in the market. You know, I mean, some of them are true investors. Some others are not, but they do invest with us.
Yeah,
So they become investors with our project.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, because just before we were with another guy in real estate buying lands and making other deals, and he told us, and it was very true. Once you have the investor, you better keep it because it's much easier than finding a new one. So yeah, he's doing his maximum to have a very long-term relationship with.
And he spends a lot also on finding investors. He spends a lot of social media, on mailing lists. He really pushes that because for him it's not easy. I mean, I'm sure it's not easy for anybody to find investors and yeah. So.
But think about it. You're asking somebody to give you $1 million.
Yeah, you're asking
or 2 or 3 or whatever, to fund your deal.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of projects there. I mean, for sure, it is challenging.
But you do have some. So we already have history, which for sure I'm sure
exactly.
helps you. And there's I think there's a lot of foreign nationals that see. I don't know where your investors are from, but I know that in Europe, many people that I know that have some funds, they're looking at the European market and they're looking at the US market and they're calling me and they're telling me, hey man, what can I do in the US? What can I do to make some money in the US? Because here in Europe, I'm suffering.
The return is so low and they want something bigger.
There's a big pool of investors that are actually trying to come. So it's nice to put it in front of them because there's beautiful projects such as this one. I mean, of course, there's projects that don't work and that are not that nice, but I think there's also like a big pool of investors that would love to put their feet into the US market.
You're right. The Europeans, for European investors, make more sense to invest over here, but not for every Hispanic investor. Like back in Venezuela, investors make way more than 10, 12, 15% here. So it's hard it's challenging to get them.
But what about inflation?
Correct. That's what I'm going through. So
the currencies.
So there is always a crisis going on in Latin America.
Right.
So that's why they want to pull out the money.
That's how Miami was born. That's how Miami started growing until the pandemic came along. And now it's more global. But up until then, it was typically Hispanic money.
And I know many people with a lot of money, they don't really know what to do because the returns are so low. In the bank, you put it, you get maybe 3-4%. Some of them, they don't want to go into stock market because it's too risky and they don't really know it. Some of them are like borrowing money to other people, but not with those type of return. Like they're borrowing for 7-8%. Sometimes they go to private equity, but you have to stay there at least 10 years. You're blocked. So I mean, Miami real estate development is a very good alternative for them, and to be like, it's not a short term, it's not a long term, it's a
midterm, like 3 years, maybe 4 years, 5 years.
Perfect.
Well, the way we conduct business generally, it's always thinking long term. That's a way to make it work, I guess. With every part, not only your investors, but also your providers, your vendors, your contractors, your architects. So you make it work somehow or the other. And I think what you say is true. There is more money out there than good ideas or good projects to invest it in. But I think, in my experience, what has been the most challenging is not what to do with their money, but who to trust their money with.
Yes, true.
I think that's their biggest challenge. Investors.
And then they are scared and they keep it. But then you have the inflation and every year you're losing. In the end, you keep the same capital for
which is worth less.
Exactly. Every day your money is worth less if it's nowhere.
So that's one of the things real estate does for you.
Exactly. You invest in a real estate asset no matter what.
You see it's material and it's physical. You see it. So and also it's a good solution for them to, if they have most of their capital in euros or in another currency than dollars, then you protect, you diversify, and you are also exposed to dollars. So and right now it's a very good timing also to get in.
Yeah, I mean, we have cheap dollars right now, I think, compared to the euro. I don't know compared to other currencies in South America, but even like I know about Brazil, for example, the reais is strong. Like right now, it's at 5. It was at 6 something not so long ago. So for like wealthy individuals that live in South America and they want to have some safe capital and to make sure they hedge against the big inflation or any crisis, they come here and they have like, of course, it's not going to return as much, but the security is like, the level of risk is so much lower.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now it's a very good entry point.
So
well, the thing is, it is and it's not, because the market has been sometimes, stagnant.
But stagnant is better than down.
Well, but stagnant, it's tricky. It can only, it won't stay like this forever.
Yeah.
So it can also go down.
Of course, but
it's like in that stage, like you don't know what to do. So yes, one other thing for new developments is that you are creating value as you go.
Of course,
exactly.
So the property is worth more. So the investors feel safer also.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a long-term game. I mean, it seems for us like you never see the ending, but because you keep doing it, investing or investing. And,
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. I mean,
So
I think it's the way to build wealth. And
yeah. So in 10 years, what would be your project that you would hope to be working on?
If we come back on this table,
10 years from now,
What
which
project
picture
will-
are we gonna have in front of us?
I think we will be our today. Our bread and butter would be is single families and townhomes.
Yeah.
I think this kind of project will start being our bread and butter.
Great.
Nice.
P&L Podcast.
The business behind the headlines.